Imagine standing on the same spot as someone did like 100 years ago, seeing the same view but through completely different eyes. That's what we're going to do today. Hey, my name is Petra, I'm a Hungarian living in Budapest, and I found some amazing old photos on Fortepan that I will recreate, or at least I will try to recreate one by one. And while we're walking along the streets of this beautiful city, I'm also going to talk a little about the history of these places. Let's start! When I was researching, I found many pictures about the Revolution of October the 23rd, 1956. This day is the memorial day of the uprising against the Stalinist terror and for the independence against the Soviet occupation. It all started as a peaceful demonstration by the university students, but during the day more and more people, publishers and radio stations joined. The whole story of this day is incredibly long and complex, but what caused the revolution to erupt was that the soldiers opened fire on the unarmed protesting crowd. The next day, the Soviet troops entered Budapest. The revolution lasted 15 days before being crushed by the Soviets. In the result of the events, nearly 200,000 Hungarian people fled the country. Many were killed, and the one-party system was restored. Today it's really hard to imagine that not so long ago so many tanks marched along these streets. The Jászai Square, named after a famous Hungarian actress and tragedian. On this side we can see a very special building, which apart from its early years always shared a political function. First it was the building of the Ministry of Interior. Then in the early 1950s the so-called AVH moved into the building. Then it was the headquarters of the National Police and then operated as a party office for the MSZNP, the Hungarian Socialist Workers' Party. It currently functions as the office building of the Parliament. If we walk along the Danube bank, we arrive to Hungary's most famous building, the Parliament. The constructions began in 1885 and lasted until 1904, based on the design of Steindl Imre, Hungarian architect. The Parliament is built in the Gothic Revival style. It's very symmetrical, even from the inside, with a dome in the middle in Renaissance Revival style. During the Soviet era, the top of the dome held a 5-pointed star that was only removed in 1990. Although nowadays the Kossuth Lajos Square is a very calm and quiet place, it wasn't always like this. Even in the early 2000s, the square was open to car traffic, and the part in front of the parliament where we are standing right now was served as a parking lot. Fortunately, this has now completely disappeared, and the only vehicle that can travel here is the tram number 2, 2B and 23. Walking around the square, we can find a stone that holds a very interesting memory. Since after the Second World War all the other bridges were either exploded or was under construction, the city needed a bridge that connects the two parts of the city. That's when they started planning to build a semi-permanent bridge, and that was the Kossuth Bridge, a bridge that served from 1946 to 1956. If we go back to the Jászai Square, we can continue our walk through the Margaret Bridge. This bridge is the second oldest permanent bridge in Budapest after the Széchenyi Chain Bridge, and it was built between 1872 and 1876. What makes this bridge unique is that the bridge axis breaks right at the Margaret Island, so the pillars are parallel to the streamline in both branches of the Danube. The bridge wasn't this wide in the beginning, so after 2 decades they added 5 meters to the width, so 2 additional road lanes could be placed on it. I found another picture about the building itself, but that's from the island itself, so let's go and check it out. The bridge, just like the others, exploded during the Second World War in 1944. After the war, the constructions began and the bridge was done in 1948. From here, we can get a nice panorama to the Pest side, including the Palatinus houses. These were built in 1911. This is actually where Jászai lived. If we compare it with an old picture, we can tell that these buildings didn't change much. If we look a little more to the north, we see Újlipótváros, which is part of the 13th district, and we compare it with the picture from the 1920s. Well, yeah, this part of Budapest developed a lot. Now we have to go a little more into the inner parts of the island until we find a socialist, realist or social building in front of a larger meadow. This is the place where once the Margit Fürdő or Margit bathhouse was located. The thermal bathhouse was designed by Ybl Miklós in a beautiful mixture of Hellenistic, Romanesque and Renaissance style. The building was demolished in 1958 after the Second World War, and the big flood of 1956 damaged it severely. It's truly a shame that this building couldn't survive the passage of time. To finish off the video, I would like to recreate a very iconic picture.
This was the video.
Yeah.
Say bye.
Bye! I have to say that putting together this video was such a special experience and made me dig up even more old photos of Budapest. But for that, I will need your help. If you have a time period, a place, just a little spot in Budapest you're curious about, then leave your suggestion below and it might end up in the next similar video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I make many other fun videos about Budapest and about Hungary in general. And like and hype the video if you enjoyed watching it, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye!